Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's class, we'll be making a Tailor'S hem used for corset and bustier. So this is used to iron corset cup and the bust area of bustier. So this is the fabric I'm working with, a plain fabric and also an Ankara fabric. So I've cut out my pieces into a block shape. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to fold this into 4 pieces. So I'll fold it first and then fold it again. And make sure at this point you're going to have a pointy edge. So I'm just going to hold it flat. So I'll open it back again so that you can understand how I folded it. So for this Tailor'S hem, we are going to cut this fabric into a circle, and I'm going to be showing you 2 methods of how to cut it into a circle. So I'll first of all go ahead and iron it and make sure it's flat. So I'll concentrate at this point so that I'll make sure I have a point at that part. So from there, I'm just going to pick my tape and I'm going to mark. So I'm working with 3 inches and I'm going to be adding ½ inch for sewing allowance. So I'll take 3½ inch and I'm going to mark it all around. So you're going to take it all around until you get a circle. So at this point you can cut out your circle. That is method number 1. So with method number 2, you can go ahead and open it. As you can notice, I have a center. So from that place you can go ahead and measure that 3.5 inches. So from that part you're going to measure 3.5 inches round, creating a circle. The next step I'm going to take is just to outline my circle very well. So I'll take up my Tailor'S chalk and I'll outline my circle. After outlining my circle very well, I'll go ahead and take my scissors and cut out the circle that I have created. After cutting out your circle, this is what you're going to have. The next step is where the second fabric comes in. So I'm just going to place this fabric on it, and I'll be placing the front side facing the front side, so that by the time I'm done cutting, I'll be having the back side which I'll be sewing on. Then I'll go ahead and cut it, tracing the shape of the first circle that I have cut out already. After cutting out, I'm going to go ahead to the sewing machine and I'm going to sew ½ inch round. But before I sew, I'm just going to measure 2 inches and I'm not going to sew on that part. So I will be turning my fabric from that part. So I'm done sewing. I'm just going to notch it round for it to be more relaxed. After notching round, I'm going to go ahead and I will turn it open from that side. So I'll go ahead and pass my scissors and make sure I turn it out very well. So when I'm done turning it, I'm just going to bring all my scrap fabric, the excess I have from sewing, and I'm just going to tuck it inside. So you can also use foam as well, but your foam has to be extremely soft for you to pad with your foam. And make sure when you're stuffing your excess material inside, it reaches all the edge in order to create a nice and smooth ball. After I'm done stuffing my scrap fabric into the ball, I'm just going to take my needle and thread and I'm going to fold that part I open half and I'm just going to top stitch on it. So you can also use a machine to sew. It's not compulsory that you're going to be using a needle and thread to sew. I'm carefully going to fold it in with ½ inch and I'm going to sew right round that 2 inches that I left open. After stitching it, my Tailor'S hem is ready. So you can use it to iron your corset cup and your bustier to give the cup a flat fitting. So with this, we have come to the end of today's tutorial. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And don't forget to turn on the notification button. Thank you.